Frosty Blade's trial. Help the D-Ting that seemed to want something. Chaos reigned on the Jianxiu ships. Even cats and dogs have become restless. You arrive at the Starskiff Haven to find a homeless little dog whimpering as if asking for help. Playing with homeless animals isn't your favorite pastime. What if this little dog wants you to dig out a treasure buried somewhere? What if that's the case? Give some music. Frosty Blade's trial, but... little animal deserves love too.
Let's take a walk.
Woof woof. Hello, D-Ting. Woof woof. Woof woof woof. Meow meow meow. Ruff woof woof. Ruff woof. Clearly you are meowing up the wrong tree. Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof ruff woof. Find someone to understand. Speaking of someone who can understand D-Ting's words, you immediately think of... 7th. That's right, she's the one. Ow? Let's go, I'll bring you to March 7th. Vita Infinita. Hey, she's not too far away. March. Talk to the doggo for me.
Everything okay?
Marge, can you help me translate something?
Huh? Why is D-Ting talking to you? I should be the one getting messages from cute little animals.
Are you considering yourself a Disney princess, Marge? This isn't a contest.
You wouldn't understand. All cute things in the world should share a mutual affinity.
Marge! Don't call us not cute. Meanie.
The first time we met D-Ting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say. Take the message he sent you. Woof, 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 woof. Meaning, hello, dear. I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself.
You got all of that. You wouldn't happen to be related to D-Ting.
Enough with the passive aggression.
No, you said I wasn't cute.
The simple truth of the matter is that I can understand him. So what did D-Ting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out.
I don't want to check it out with you. Teleport.
Little D-Ting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange. So what does he want us to take a look at?
Indeed. The Starskiff? Or... oh. An object on the ground. A jade tracer laying on the ground. Its light green vein flashes out an image of a teenager in the air.
This is Yang Xiang, retainer to General Jing Yuan.
Yan Qiang. So not Yan Qing, Yan Qian? I'm still gonna just go Yan Qing.
I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly. So I planted this jade tracer to record my whereabouts, in case I lose contact.
Smart.
If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of divine foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
Ah, so it's a recording device. D-Ting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate.
Even the General's retainer is getting in on the action. They sent a child to apprehend a major criminal. He's a teenager.
Looks about 8 or 9 years old. And he's already the General's retainer? The Xianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh?
Marge, he's just a little shorter than you.
Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Check the operations log. Okay. Oh, you have to take him. Well, fix that up.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything.
Well,
Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of divine foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden. Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared into thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
oh yeah, he's probably still here somewhere.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
You're totally here without permission, aren't you?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights. Huh. How incapable does he think I am? I might be young now, but just you wait.
Wait, are you really supposed to be like 10? I thought you were a teenager. Investigate. A novel left behind by tourists. In a silent room in the middle of the fleet, a wolf-head master broke from his meditation and opened his eyes, facing up his fatal enemy. At the moment, a graceful young lady was standing at the end of the corridor, the sharp sword unleashing from its sheath. Countless spots of light encircled her, like stars breathing and dancing in the universe. If you look closer, you may find that the light spots are sealed in a translucent jar, like shines immured on walls. These core S's, the wolf headmaster uttered, so they are what you obtained from the divine relic. The long life master only granted us power, but cultivated the seed of the sacred tree in you. How unfair. I put 30,000 people to death and had the anatomists dissect their lives, their live core S's, to build all these S shrines, so that I can make further study of them. My studies have proven me right. If the purpose of the heart is to sustain life, then the core S's transcends life itself. It is to absorb power from the root. It is an organ that is much more important than the heart. It should be viewed as the engine of the body. Now I am using them to propel this fleet, using their organs to destroy their own alliance. The wolf-headed man lifted off the gorgeous mantle that covered his chest, revealed a jellyfish-like translucent armor coating his bulging muscles. He inhaled deeply, as if he could consume all the air within the narrow space. In seconds, his hunched body expanded muscle by muscle and turned into a huge iron tower of flesh. The cracking bones and warping flesh generated a sharp and painful noise during the deformation, and quickly healed. The wolf-head man was long been used to these pains. As he breathed, a wet glimmer of light overflowed from his mouth, nose, eyes, and ears. His core essay started to shine brightly. This armor fits well my blood and flesh. It is like it were an organ attached to my body. However, its prowess is yet to be tested. My opponents have all turned into balls of flesh with just one blow. Maybe the High Cloud Quintet can help me know its true limits. The lady's eyes were as dark and cold as ice, as if the things happening in front of her were dull and uninteresting. 30,000 soldiers, 30,000 core S's, 30,000 candles of life. She tried not to get distracted by the cruelty of the miracle before her eyes. The subtle balance between the two sides is hard to maintain. One would take their advantage precisely when they get the chance. The wolf-headed man soared forward as a massive gray storm. In the next heartbeat, the lady disappeared. The spot she stood before was left only with a sharp footprint. With the flicker of a sword flash comes a loud sonic boom. The following chapter requires payment to read.
Bad writing, terrible pacing. Wait, what was I supposed to be doing again? Focus, Yanxiang. You can't let novels distract from your duty to the general, especially not ones as crummy as this.
That is not where I was expecting that story to go. Just as well. Directory of Lost Starskiffs. Summary of Starskiffs lost in East Cloudford docks. Chenshu Still 2 dock. 2 Stag Plains Lion Club Collector's Edition. 22 Beyond the Dusk Standard Edition. 1 large commercial vessel from the Whistling Flames Guild. This vessel has already been found. 2 combat escort vessels from the Celestial Guild. Chenshu Still 3 dock. The Skybreaker, an ambassador vessel from the Interastral Peace Corporation. It collided with the guidelines on the Palace of Astrum due to logistic issues. Financial losses are to be calculated separately. The Visage of Kleepoth, a commercial logistic vessel from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Vessel has already been found. The Roaring Tide, an ambassador vessel from the sea people of Thalassa. Sound cannot be transcribed. These, sound cannot be transcribed, amphibian frogs put 60 cases of viscous carnivorous tetras on the ship. Residents of the Drifter Sanctum reported that the Realm Keeping Commission's weather pavilion that has started to rain at about noon, suspected transcription error to be confirmed, and 12 locals were injured due to this. I can't thank you enough, Outworder buddies. We at the Realm Keeping Commission do this for a living. Footnote: damages relating to Cloud Knight fighter jets have already been submitted. That report currently cannot be viewed due to the Secrecy Act and related regulations. Please submit a viewing application to the document. No.
The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Who knows if we'll ever find all these missing ships?
You have a lot of comments, little friend. Oh, the armor people back here. So wait, only one of those things counted as a clue?
If the side crane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. That's no longer an option.
I mean, it was probably damaged precisely because you could do that. Vantage point. I see the sparkly. Yum. Cloud Knight Patrol Report. Cloud Knight's Patrol Unit. Prosperity Patrol Records. East Cloudford, Chenshu Still Dock 2. 5 o'clock. Incident and all related documents have been checked. A total of 32 side cranes were deactivated. No members of personnel will find to be trapped. 17:30. We received reports from evacuated persons that a suspected criminal has been sighted in the Yansho docks. I have dispatched 3 members of my unit to assess the situation. 1900. The 3 team members dispatched have yet to return and cannot be contacted. I have decided to put together another group to look for them. 1930. I got to where Yi lost contact, and I saw that strange tree. Him. Yi and everyone else are staked onto the branches of that thing. Oh dear. 1945. That thing with growing all over his body. I read his dog tag. He's from the Gallop unit. How did he become something like that? I cut him down, but he's climbing back to his feet again. I need to report everything to the seat of Divine Foresight quickly. Why? Why won't the comms connect? And the logistics department probably all look bribes. Why would you assume they're taking bribes?
Well guarded, but there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. It seems he has no intention of leaving the Luofu for the time being. Starskiffs are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on Starskiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the star skiff he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again.
Okay, am I supposed to... I cannot teleport over?
Looks like the influence of the Stellaron spirits is growing.
Cannot change characters. And I wanted to be March.
Bladed flight!
Let's settle this.
Revive.
My turn.
How many can you block? Strike with heart!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Ooh, his sword is cool looking.
Bladed flight!
What version of him do we get?
Time for swordplay!
Ability, light cone. Guess it's not going to tell us how many. I mean, it does a decent chunk of damage without using the skill. So let me see his eidolons. He doesn't have any. 10/10 on the relics. When Yanqing deals attack, deal an additional ice damage 30%. 2 enemies with ice weakness. Oh. That's probably it. Investigate.
Playing dead? What a childish trick.
Poke. The stiffened remains started trembling with sudden anger out of its hollow eyes. Was it actually just trying to take a nap?
Strike with heart!
You chose the wrong.
How many can you block?
Please don't poke the monsters, Yanqing. Okay, controller. Do I have to go poke all of these and fight them too?
This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces. Here, Duting, let's follow the scent.
Does he just have a flute on his pouch, or is that something else? I don't know. I mean, I have him, so I could check it out later. Just never thought that, to do it. Oh, you're not Blade.
Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights?
She does not look like a civilian.
Hey, don't panic! I'll get you out of there!
There's like 3 dead by her feet already. She ain't panicking.
Practice is over. Swords descend! Bladed flight!
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
How many can you block?
Tough luck running into me. Phew!
Nothing major.
Time for swordplay.
Lend me your strength.
Strike with heart.
Told you I could fight.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
How many can you block?
Ow! Try that again.
Yeah, attack the shielded character. Does it great damage. Hee hee.
Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
I told you, she already had several ladder feet.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
Beatty. A little creepy that it's changing.
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times. Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
chose
You
a
are
bad time to
definitely going to be a character we can pull for later, aren't you?
It won't take long for the general to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yun Qing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jing Liu.
Jing Liu. You are a very cool looking Jing Liu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jing Liu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Where exactly are we headed, young man?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe.
He looks very cool.
So, are you from one of the other Xianzhou ships? The Yaoqiang? The Fanghu?
I'm from the Xiangcheng.
Xiancheng.
The Songcheng?
Sancheng.
There's a ship called the Songcheng? Why haven't I heard of it? Miss Jing Liu, how long has it been since you last set foot on the Luofu?
Are you always this talkative?
Just making conversation. I wanted you to know I was still here.
Ooh. Moon motif.
Let's get going, miss. Careful. Take your time.
Is she gonna end up being an enemy? Hey, don't get stuck in this. Is she like so cool she's gonna be the enemy?
Where do we go from here?
Forward!
Quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be...
Yeet.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. We could use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson. Enter the sword is like water. Cannot
To
remain
guard and
still.
defend. Crush them.
Why are you chatting when I'm using someone's ultimate?
This is over. Swords descend. Strike with heart.
You'll pay.
Where did these guys come from? Huh, the general was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You know, just because she's wearing the thing over her eyes, I'm not gonna assume that actually means she's blind. It could just be a ruse. Now, she might be. But it's too suspicious.
Saw that?
She heard it.
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade, I'll wager the Cloud Knight's capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few, indeed.
If Jingleo gets a banner, maybe she'll be the one I'll pull on. She gives me kind of Shinha vibes. Like a Shinha that's lived a decent chunk of time and has calmed down.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your
Her hair kind of looks like Ningguang from the back.
of attack.
Yeah, similar style. Inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack.
Which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled at the end.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The general told me something similar. He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of sword champion.
Then maybe you should listen.
Sword champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the Cloud Knights. But that was a long time ago.
I bet some people are going to do amazing cosplay of Jingleo, though.
Right. Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of sword champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay, young man?
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jing Yuan of the Luofu.
Yanqing, she might be suspicious. You might be giving information out that you shouldn't.
I know you haven't visited for a long time, but surely you've heard of General Jing Yuan. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. All right, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving.
It's giving information out for free. Yellow Milkovich. The Master Primus has ordered all disciples to head to one specific delve and guide the mystical roots to grow and thrive. However, we were shocked to learn the disciple Rose Mellow, who was responsible for the Chenshu docks at the Cloudford, had perished under the hand of various outworlders. Before immense duties, one ought to put aside personal vengeance. You shall now take over Rose Mellow's task. Remember, do not disappoint the Master Primus. Golden Pothos. I think this quest would make more sense if someone was doing it while they were doing the main quest line.
The dock navigator array.
Also, I want to be able to stop and look at her more. Oh no. Puzzles. Okay. Freaking puzzles. You don't know what I'm supposed to do. Can't go that way. This one won't move at all. Oh, I am supposed to get it down here? Apparently. Okay. Jeez. Not the hardest one, but just a bit confusing.
Star skiff, active star skiff. There!
That'll be the only thing Fruit regrets missing.
This one goes past
Watching me struggle with the puzzle.
and the Artisanship Commission.
Dock contractor, Han Express. Dock designation, traffic records of Chengshu Crag. 22 dock. Operator Yanqing. Stack plane slang club. I don't think I really need to memorize any of that.
Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight garrison probably isn't a safe destination. Wouldn't you say?
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Young man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child?
Are you actually 10, Yanqing? Although, I'm glad you're suspicious. I was worried you were being too trusting.
A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human. You're not blind at all, are you?
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself. Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back, to never fall again into Mara and destruction.
Never again?
I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
Did you fall into Mara and then somehow get healed?
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man.
I mean, I totally expected Blade to use daggers or something, not an actual sword.
No match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
We've not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice. Don't underestimate me.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
Oh, please don't make this a timed event. I'm not good at time games.
Then I will obediently follow you to the shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, you have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
I mean, he doesn't actually know where Blade is. He's just guessing.
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest.
Two journey together before coming to a stop.
May the best swordmaster win. This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
How do we tell who's won?
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us. The first one to the end wins.
Deal.
She's totally gonna win.
Lead the way.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jing Yuan trained you all right.
What was that?
Oh, yeah.
You could be
Show me what you got. Strike with heart.
Let's settle this.
Lend me your strength.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight.
Let's see. Doesn't seem as though it's actually timed, so. Rise from the dead, Mara-struck.
This battle is unavoidable. Tough luck running into me. You can't run.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
Your assistance is timely. My turn.
How many can you block? Blade and flight.
Oh, it hit pretty hard. Liver, I have to off now. I'm feeling the tiredness. I hope the rest of the stream goes well. Thank you, Tyrion. Please have some good rests. I hope tomorrow goes well for you. Where did she go? She zoomed ahead.
I did.
Too slow.
But how is that possible?
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a star skiff. I haven't had this much fun in a long time.
I'll say initially I was expecting her to, like, be one of the Stellaron hunters, just, like, using a disguise.
A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat of combat nearly cast me into the darkness. Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw your sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting?
Strike with heart.
Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours? My turn.
You said I'd have 3 turns.
Draw your sword. You must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back. Jing Yuan taught you how to slay abominations. But did he ever teach you how to deal with the Mara-struck? The answer is, there is no difference. The sword pierces the body and severs its life. If this sword came for your throat, would you be able to deflect it? Did you think this swordplay was just a game of victory and defeat? Future sword champion.
Enough.
Your final move was the
Hope the rest of your day goes well and eat well later and stay safe. Thank you. Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
I lost?
Of course you did.
Our contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move, and the field has no opponent. Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you. I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands. To die as a swordmaster, having witnessed the perfection of my technique, refined 1,000 times over. What say you to that, young man?
You are angry. She's testing her resolve.
You have courage.
I deflected it?
Good job.
Take those records you found. Thank you, young man. That move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
I totally expected someone to show up to save him, not that he'd be able to deflect it.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
Stop record checking.
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log?
He doesn't like a good cliffhanger.
That Jingliu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Lawfu. Shouldn't we hand this over to Qing Yuan as soon as possible?
Yes, we should. Let's see. Can I teleport right over? No. Wait. Seed of Divine Foresight? No. Okay. St. Vivian's close enough.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
Hello. May I ask, have you come here to the Seat of Divine Foresight on official business? Can you please wait a moment? I'll go and report in for you. Jingyuan, we've got trouble. Jingyuan's apparition turned to you. You are not sure whether this is some kind of automatic audio-visual answering technique or a real-time remote materialization from himself. We found something left behind by Yanqing. Give it. Jingyuan's hologram waves. The jade tracer emits a beam of light as the illusory figure flickers.
No doubt. This jade tracer belongs to Yanqing. I can't thank you enough.
Who is Jingliu?
Already accessed the recordings?
She accidentally pressed a button.
Of course.
No harm done. She was my mentor and my superior when I was a member of the Cloud Knights. However, she left the Xianzhou a long time ago. If you see her, be sure to keep your distance and notify me immediately.
Well, that's ominous.
He took on the charge of pursuing a major criminal. It is not my place to impede him for fear of his well-being. That is the nature of the Cloud Knights and their duty.
Okay.
I do have confidence in him, though. Forgive me, but I cannot disclose this information. Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Yes. Frosty Blade's trial complete.